Hi guys, welcome to today's post market analysis video. I had updated in my Telegram channel today morning that today might be a very volatile day, and so it was. The day opened with this candle. It was a big bullish candle. You can see the strength of this candle. It's extremely big, and this was the low, this was the high, and at that time I had put it on Telegram that you should be very cautious today, not to go long. I'll tell you the psychology here. To understand this, let's just go back a little bit. So this was the 27th of December. You can see that the day opened with this red candle, and then after this price made a low here, and then immediately this pin bar was formed. It was an extremely bullish sign. Here itself it was clear that the price will reverse and it is not going to fall further, and after that this huge bullish, strong bullish candle was made. And now after that you can see the way price reacted to that move. So we've already talked about this move in the previous, that is the yesterday's EOD, so I will not spend time talking about that, but what I wanted to share with you here was, what do you think is the psychology of traders who look at such kind of days? What would they be thinking? Let me clear the screen now. Okay, they think that this was a huge rally, isn't it? And they could not participate in that rally, they missed out. And in this rally, since they could not participate, they could not make any profits. Now what happens on the next day? Now let me zoom it a little bit. Yes, so this was the 28th, the very next day. The day again opens with this strong bullish candle, and it opens after a huge gap up. So if you see, this was the gap up, the high of the previous, that is the 27th, to the low of the 28th, and that was the gap up with which it opened. Now here again, if you consider that, let's hide this price action here and let's consider this candlestick alone. Okay, so if we just look at this candlestick, doesn't it show that price is going to keep going higher? It shows a very bullish sign, isn't it? Everybody who had the psychology of missing out, that is they had the FOMO, that is FOMO means the fear of missing out. So when they are suffering from FOMO, they think that they have missed out on yesterday's rally. Now today I don't want to miss out on that rally, so let me immediately take a long trade and I will earn profits this day. So they take a long trade, but the problem here is that going long here, high of this candle, where do you keep your SL? Now this candle was very big, See, look at the size of this candle, it was pretty big. Again, this was a day where people saw that price had gone up, but some people had their SLs blown on this candle here. So again, today when the day opened with this green candle, extremely powerful bullish sign, it suggests that the day is going to be a trending day one more time, and it is very natural to have a tendency to go long on this candle. But the biggest problem is, where is your SL? The question is, where is your SL? Do you keep your SL here below the open of this candle? Do you keep your SL here, or you keep your SL here? Is this the big SL that you want in this candle? If you go long, it's a very big SL, and it doesn't make sense because then you don't have a good risk reward at all. Let's play back the candlesticks here and let's see what happens later. There. Now price kept going up, and immediately after that candle was formed, it made this wick here, then this wick was formed. For a moment we thought that this candle was going to keep going down, and this candle actually went down momentarily so fast. If you were watching the live market, you would have known that this candle went down really fast. That was because everybody who went long on the green candle had their SLs below, and the SLs were starting to blow. Okay, so next price went up again, and then all those traders who had their SLs that were protected in this area, here, everywhere, they were in the long position, they were holding their position here. And then let's see what happens next. and after this candle price suddenly reversed and made these big red candles. So again, all those people who saw that the price was rallying rushed into the trade, placing their SLs below this green candle, below this green candle, below this green candle, and price reversed, took all their SLs and fell. Let's see what happened next. Price keeps falling again. Look at that. Look at the way price falls. Look at the movement of price. Look at those big red candles. And then the entire day after that was so volatile. Look at the size of those candles. Now look at this move. Yes, and by the end of the day, you all saw how price fell. Look at these candles from here to here. Now look at the size of these candles. 1, 2, 3, 4 non-stop red candles. Look at the size of the red candles throughout the day. In fact, look at this candle. Look at this candle. Huge red candles. Every time price fell, it formed big red candles. This move to the downside was what the intention the entire day was, and price kept moving in a specific range the entire day, and from here it formed a base, and after that this continuous fall for 20 minutes. I will show you on the 15-minute time frame how big these two candles were. These two candles were huge. Now here let us apply the pivot points. Now let us see what happened here. This was the day's first candle, and price went up and then it fell. Price took support exactly at CPR. This is the CPR. I had already posted these images before the day opened in Telegram, and look how the bottom CPR here provided support, again provided support, and finally it gave a breakout, but that was too late at the end of the day. And then at the end of the day, here the last candle of the day, it formed this bullish pin bar. That was because it came and hit the day's low. Now this is the exact move that I have talked about in my first strategy video. So if you haven't watched that, please go back and watch that video also. You will know how to trade on this. Obviously there was no point going long on this candle here because it was the last candle of the day. You have to extend the gap here. This is the gap. You can extend the Virgin CPR level also. You can mark the DH, the day high. This is the PDH, that is today's high for tomorrow, as a supply zone. Why would you mark this as a supply zone? It is because price fell from here to here on this day. So let us check out how much that price drop was. This was the high it made, and it came down nearly more than 100 points. So you can mark that as a supply zone, and you can mark this as a demand zone also, because price had rallied up to here, this point in the morning itself after opening. So for tomorrow, this is the CPR. This entire zone is the CPR, and it's not a very wide and it's not a very narrow CPR either. So it's kind of an average CPR. In fact, it's you could call it an averagely narrow CPR, but not a very wide CPR. This level is the DH, which is a PDH, and this is the day low, the previous day low, the previous day high, and the previous day low. And this level is the R1, this is the R2, the R3. This is support 1, S1, support 2, S2, and S3. Right? So most importantly, you just need to mark levels up to S3 and R3. I never go beyond that. Very rarely does price rally beyond these points or crash beyond these points. So S1 to S3 is are levels that are sufficient in normal market conditions. And there are no specific levels. As far as the levels go, we have seen the levels yesterday. This is the 17363.60 level. The next level is the 17155.60 and the 17112.10. We already have this level marked, which is the Virgin CPR, and those are the important levels for today. Now let's take a look at Bank Nifty also. Bank Nifty opened with this massively bullish candle price went up, and suddenly at this level it took resistance and it fell. And from here again the same principle, all the retailers who saw this candle went long. All the SLs in this area were sell orders, these were the SLs, and whenever someone goes long here, so people went long here, 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 and all those SLs were blown at every level. And finally when price came to the end of the day, a massive sell order was waiting. It was obvious because at 10:15 price made a low here and then it went up again, and price kept going sideways. Again it went here and it made a low, and then again it went up, and the entire day price kept trading in the same zone. It did not leave this zone at all. It kept trading in the same zone, and obviously this level, it was forming a base here and it went sideways, it formed a base and then a massive crash. This is to create something called liquidity in the market. So some big sell order is waiting to happen. At that time they are creating, big players, big institutions are creating liquidity. So this is how you should be analyzing these charts, and always understand that such big candles are usually trap candles, and there will very rarely be a follow-up after this, and very rarely will the day keep going higher. Always remember that in indices trend days are very rare. So if you are trying to take entries based on reversals or say breakouts, then that is a better strategy than to just keep trying to jump into a trade because you think that is going to be a trending day, and keep your SL hanging anywhere and then keep hoping that there is going to be a trend day. So what happens here is, after people go long here, so you know that people went long all over here. So after people go long here, what happens is all these areas, they are full of sell orders. Why are they sell orders? Because everybody who goes long keeps their SLs as sell orders. So price keeps falling from here. See, price goes down and eventually it fell. So there are a lot of traders here who keep hoping that price will keep going long. There is a lot of hope in their minds, and this hope, and there are another type of people who pray a lot. Now these people will say that okay, price is reversing, let price go up. Oh God, please help me, let price go up, I don't want to lose this trade. And in all that hope, they will lose all their capital here by the time price hits, and price just keeps falling immensely. There is no place for hope and prayers in trading. This is not the way that pro traders trade. Pro traders will either take their target or they will take their SL. Pro traders will not look to pray or they will not look to hope. That is not how pro traders will work. So you should also trade mechanically. You have to place your SL in a good position, and then you should not hope or you should not pray, and you should not be fearful. You should just simply wait for the price to either give you your target or then to take your SL and quit the trade. Now let's apply pivot points and see. So this was the day today. This was a very narrow CPR. See this range? This is a very narrow CPR. It actually indicates a trending day. I had already said that a narrow CPR indicates a trending day, but I had also said that in market there is no certainty. So you have to go by what you see on the screen. So here price kept clinging on to the CPR and went sideways the entire day. See how tight this range was. It made a base in this very tight range, and this was here that I had said that there was a PDH here. Now this is the most important reason why Bank Nifty reversed after hitting the level. Remember, I've said this in previous videos also, that previous day high is an important area, and also because you can see that previous day high price had fallen. Today the previous day high was going to be an important supply zone, and that was exactly what happened, and that is why I had said in the morning not to go long and to be cautious. So when price reversed from here, all those sell orders were taken, and price finally broke the day's low also and made this huge red candle after the day low was broken, because so many sell orders were waiting in this area to be triggered. So that is the reason why this big red candle was formed, and you can see the size of all these red candles, and this is the biggest one. Price came, and only Virgin CPR can support such kind of a blasting move to the downside or to the upside. So a pin bar here was formed, and this was the last candle of the day. I kept waiting the entire day for price to come to this area and maybe form a pin bar here, and then I can take a long trade, but that did not happen. I have made this video. It is my favorite strategy. The first video that I made is based on this strategy, but price gave a breakout, and then at Virgin CPR it made this green candle. But it was, since it was the last candle of the day, obviously that could not be traded. This is what we get to see for tomorrow. Let me mark the levels out for you. This is the CPR, and it is not a very, again as I said in Nifty, not a very wide nor a very narrow CPR. This is the previous day high, that is today's high, and this is today's low. Again, you should remember that today's low price had made a pin bar here, so observe a price action tomorrow in the opening, and the day high tomorrow will be a supply zone. Why? Let us see the price range from today's high. It was 488 points. You can see it here. It was 488 points. So this was a huge fall today. Okay, so tomorrow this can act as a strong supply zone. So the PDH, which is this level here, is very important. So mark this area also for tomorrow, the previous day high. You can actually shift this line up a little bit, so you can mark this entire area as a zone. Make a box like this. So if you're in a long trade, you should know that whenever price comes close to this box, you should close the trade. Or if it's a short trade that you want to take, then you can observe what price does at this area, and then you can decide. If you find that price is making a kind of a bearish pattern here like this, and a tall wick on the top, and if this is a red candle, then you can look to short this candle if price goes up here and then takes selling and comes down again. But it will all depend tomorrow on how price action unfolds. This level is the level of 35359.15. That is it for Nifty and Bank Nifty for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and comment below the video if you like, and if you have any doubts. I'm also loving your comments, and please do keep those suggestions coming, and I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching again.